I'm Candice Jackson. I'm a senior managing consultant at Mobius Consulting. I've been with Mobius Consulting for 5 years already. I started my career in this industry about 9 years ago. And, through the journeys that I've been on, when I joined Mobius, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be. And through the journey, I've really enjoyed and grown for a passion in third-party risk management, as well as more recently in privacy. I'm the national service line leader for privacy, and I've really enjoyed it. And the reason for that enjoyment is just because of the practicalness that we bring to privacy and helping organizations on their privacy journey. Over the years, privacy has become more and more important, and I think people are starting to take it more seriously. And what we've seen is that we can go in at any point in time in an organization, whether someone is at the start of a journey, or they're at the middle of their journey and they've sort of been through an assessment, or they're at the implementation side already. And we are able to take whatever budget they have, whatever resource constraints they have, and really apply our practical thinking. And that's what really differentiates us in the market, is that, some people go with this is the structured approach, this is what we need to do. And because it's compliance, they sort of take that approach. So, that's what we tend to do differently, is that we don't go with that compliance. Okay, this is what you have to do because the compliance legislation or regulation says that. It's really about, okay, guys, what is your problem? How do you need to do business? What is your business objectives? And let's take it from there. Let's help you. Let's grow on this privacy journey, and let's take it from any angle that you throw at us. And that's what Mobius does, is we're able to go into any organization and see what their real problems are, and make sure that it's fit for purpose, it's how they need to do business, while still ensuring, either from a compliance perspective or from a regulatory perspective or from just doing business better, that they're able to do those elements. So yeah, that's me from a privacy perspective. I think for me personally, companies really just need to take a step back and look at what do they need to achieve. Regardless of the size of the organization, companies have already been doing business in a way that achieves some of the things that they would need to do from a privacy or from a compliance perspective. So, really just look at that landscape, take stock of what you have. So take an inventory of, this is what I have, this is what I don't have, and this is what I still need to do. And once you do that, you can sort of see, okay, I'm in a small organization, so these are the requirements. Oh, I actually don't need to do that because I'm in this position. Or I've already been doing that, so I've already got that box tick. So it's really taking that inventory and saying, okay, let's take this from a practical point. Let's not just take the entire checklist or the entire compliance framework and be like, okay, these are all the things that I need to do, and start getting into a panic. Really put out that roadmap of what does this journey need to look like? What are my quick wins? What are the things that are going to take a medium-term activity, and what are those things that are going to take long-term? No one's going to come knocking on your door and say, okay, fine, guys, I need everything done. You really need to be practical, make sense of everything, see what you have, and then take it from there to say, okay, fine, I need this, I don't have this, and this is what I need to do to get to the next step. So really just take that inventory before just running into a panic to say, oh, this deadline is coming, or oh, I need to get compliant. Really just take sense of everything that you have in stock already within your business. So trends for me in information privacy, whether you look at it from a purely South African perspective, whether you look at it from an international, so European Union or Mauritius, everybody's on this journey. And key trends for me is, obviously you're going to see a lot of breaches happening over the next few years, and especially breaches relating to third parties, because a lot of the time we outsource. We can't do everything internally, so we outsource to third parties. And we're going to see trends in those breaches coming up more and more often about breaches relating to this third party or the service provider letting this organization down. So that's definitely going to be a key trend. Another thing is, we've already seen it 2 years ago when GDPR came live, was everybody updating privacy policies. And you guys would have seen WhatsApp privacy policies being updated. So you'll see that trend because everybody needs to move with this global privacy movement. So you'll see things being updated, and I think you'll see it being updated more and more regularly. Facebook does updates all the time, so you'll see that change in updates. The way people collect information is definitely going to change. The way you get marketing messages, that is going to change. So those are some of the key trends that you're definitely going to see over the next, the next few months. Incident management, it's always a link to other service lines from a Mobius perspective, but you'll see people taking it more seriously. We've seen the increase in cyber, the increase in attacks. It all relates back to privacy, because what are they after? They're after information. So those are some of the trends that you'll see. You'll see it being key topics. You'll see, as much as people have been doing it for years, it's got a new lens on it. And I think, those are some of the, if I had to say 5 top trends from a privacy perspective, those would be my 5 top trends. So, being at Mobius, it really is my home away from home. And I think that's why I've been successful in my career. It's because I've been able to take the values that I shared home and, apply them in a working career. Family is important, and family is important at Mobius. Making things practical, doing your best is the same thing at home versus at Mobius Consulting. At Mobius, it really is about, following your passion, following your dreams. You want to make a change, be that change, do the change that you want to do. And, no other company that I've seen, really lives by those values, whereas Mobius Consulting does. It's be innovative. Just take the lead and be the change that you want to be, whether you want to see it at clients, whether you want to see it out in the industry, whether you want to, look at a new topic or discover a new topic. You are able to do that. And, just to be able to do that and to be able to grow, for me, it's the best place that you can be. So it's my home away from home, and I don't think I'll ever change what I do from a Mobius perspective, because there's just opportunities so much further than what you can even imagine.